Ring the alarm, ring the alarm, ring the alarm.
This is MNV Uncut with Empress Ishay.
Now, everything then hit the fan in Venezuela. Uh-oh! 2 days ago, the forces of the Trump administration seized Venezuelan President Nicolas Madura. He was brought to New York and will be held on drugs and weapons charges after the U.S. military yoked up him and his wife in a strike on Caracas. In late December, Trump tried to give Maduro an ultimatum that he leave the office immediately and go into exile in Turkey. While he was doing the lean with it, rock with it on stage, talking about no crazy war, Trump felt that Maduro was mocking him. No, he didn't like that.
So we've taken over Venezuela. We've taken it over now. We've gotten rid of Maduro. I think it means plantain. I don't know. From the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. I'm from New York, so I know Maduro. But it is bananas right now. So we took it over. We're gonna fix the infrastructure for the Venezuelans, and we're gonna take all the oil that we're gonna take the oil and fix the infrastructure for the people of Venezuela. Muy bien. Muy bien. It's gonna be fantastic. We've finally gotten rid of that horrible leader. He's so bad. He's so terrible.
We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
Oh yeah, he's a horrible dictating motherfucker. So now, they got rid of him and the people are celebrating in the streets because they think there's going to be a new regime. But this is what I think. They're going to put another fucking puppet in there. A lot of times these motherfuckers are run by other powers.
At this time, the U.S. has blocked a lot of Venezuelan oil from being exported. In the press conference, Trump made his statement.
Country, until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
He later clarified that they intended to work with current leadership, so not take over completely. There are some pretty mixed reviews and opinions on this from politicians and civilians. Antonio Costa, president of the European Council, wants to de-escalate things, feeling like things were getting a little tense and there was a better, more lawful way of going about things. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says, "It couldn't be me."
Hell to the law. Not today, Satan.
Disagreeing with the U.S. invading in Venezuela and saying they better not bring the smoke Mexico's way. Supreme Leader Khamenei says Venezuela must stand firmly against the U.S. and resist, saying the strikes in Venezuela was a violation of national sovereignty. And his country has moved him to an undisclosed location because they believe Trump will try to come for him next. But there are very interesting viewpoints that the civilians of Venezuela have on this also.
We Venezuelans are very, very happy.
What we're not going to allow is for the oil industry in Venezuela to be controlled by adversaries of the United States.
I wake up in the morning and we're all like seeing all this news comes through, and I'm talking to personal friends and family who don't like Maduro and who are Venezuelan, who have issue with what is going on there, and they're speaking out about it and they're very happy. But again, what does this have to do with us? I'm all for the takedown of communist leaders and freeing their people and letting them be seen and heard, but also thinking about it from a different point of view. There's lots of countries where its people don't like its leader, or its leader has stolen the elections, and so we aren't there. So what's the goal? We hear about the oil and Trump wanting to take over Venezuela's oil reserves because they have the largest reserve in the world, that he wants control over it. And I'm like, okay, here, listen, it's one thing to flex as America, as we're big and bad, down with the commies, yee, America. That's cool. There are people that are like, yeah, I'm good. I'm happy for you. Your leader's gone. But at the same time, what about America? Asserting our dominance here in America, in the hemisphere, and oil control and maintaining like shipping boat trade routes and the whole nine. That very well can be important, and it is in this perspective that it is a more American first than anything.
This is a message for my American friends watching the news today in English. There is a serious inaccuracy in the coverage. Venezuela is not undergoing a regime change. Venezuela already has a democratically elected president, Edmundo Gonzalez. He is the president. Nicolas Maduro is not the president. He never was. He stole the last election and led a criminal organization linked to terrorism and drug trafficking. And today, thanks to the vision and courage of the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the decisive leadership of the President Donald Trump, and the actions of Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, the United States has finally recognized a fundamental truth. Protecting our hemisphere from terrorism, drug cartels, and authoritarian ideologies is a matter of national security.
We're bombing Venezuela right now. It is 2:35 a.m. and Pete Hegseth, fucking cosplay G.I. Joe, is literally bombing Venezuela.
Ain't no telling how this one is about to unfold.
No negativity around me. High frequency.